that's how I did the. Hey guys, welcome back to Easykeys piano tutorial. Dozy here. Today we're going to be looking at passing chords. Everybody likes passing chords, so today I'm going to be sharing with you a few passing chords you can add to your playing, to make it pop, to make it sound a lot better. But before we get into that tutorial, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and like the video if you like it, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I drop tutorials like this. Without further ado, let's jump into that passing chord tutorial. Alright, real quick, today's demonstration is going to be on the key of C. Okay, so we're looking at how to add passing chords to our regular 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4 movement. Now, what is a passing chord? A passing chord is simply a connecting chord between two chords in a chord progression, okay? So if you're trying to go from C major to F major, you can decide to do C and C dominant 7 before F. Or C, you can do G diminished 7, then F. Okay, so G diminished 7 or the C dominant 7 would be your passing chord. So that's the basic idea for my intermediate fans or intermediate viewers in this tutorial. Okay, so I did never could have made it, never could have made it without you. Now that's the regular progression, okay? So before I did my 7, never could have made, before I even hit this chord, the B minor 7 flat 5, if you saw my last tutorial, I said you could always do a 2, 5, 1 to your destination chord, okay? Now this is B, so I'm going to do a 2, 5, 1 to get to my 7, basically. So I did never could have made, you see that? Never could have. Now notice I did not compromise my melody. So I did this, never, so this is, so I have my melody here, never could have, then may, you get that? So that's how I got to my 7. Now you can do the same thing to get to your 3, okay? So for 3, our 2, 5, 1 is going to be 2, 5, and 1 on the key of E. Okay, so 2, 5, 1. So again from the top, never could have made 2, 5, 1 before you get to your A minor. Okay, I did a 2, 5, 1 on E. I did a 2, 5, 1 to get to B. So that's all it is. So never could have made. Now the next chord in this chord progression would be your D major. Right? So I did a 2, 5, 1 to the D major. So all I'm doing is 2, 5, 1s, which is the easiest way to get to a destination chord, to any chord I want to get to, as long as you have time to do it. If you don't have time, you might want to skip, like I'll show you shortly. But if you have time, you can always do 2, 5, 1 to any chord you want to get to, okay? So I did. Now to get to my 2, I did a 2, 5, my D chord, I did a 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1. You see that? On the key of D, I did 2, 5, 1. But I did this. I had my G major 7, to my 2, then my 5. I have this A7 flat 9, flat 13, and I'm adding a 5 there. Okay? Then my beautiful D9th. Okay, D9. So from my 6, I did 2, 5, 1. Now the next chord in this progression is going to be my 5, right? Never gonna make it to 5. So 5 is my next chord. So I don't have sufficient time from here to do a 2, 5 before getting to this chord, which is my 5 chord, which is what we did in the other chord. So I just did the tritone substitution. Now, what's the tritone substitution of this destination chord? And that is C sharp, right? So from here, I just went back a half step. Does that make sense? So from here, from my 6, remember I did then you see that same chord, just half step, half, 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 half. So simple. D9, D flat 9. That's all it is. Then my 5. Then I did this. Now from my 5 here, which is my I have my G minor 9 here pretty much. You know, I would rather do like or want to do like a C major, C dominant 7 before going to 4, okay? But rather than doing C dominant 7 from my 5, I did the tritone substitution for C, which is F sharp, okay? From here, rather than doing C to get to my F, I did the tritone substitution, which is F sharp, okay? But then I voice it like this. I play the F sharp minor 7 as my passing chord. Simple. Then I threw in a little bit of, you know, you can call this the C 13th, pretty much. This is 13th and the 9th. See? I have B flat on my left hand, on my right hand I have E, A, and D. I know you hear this a lot in gospel music. So from here, tritone substitution 5, tritone substitution of 1 and 1, then 4. Okay, so 2 things I want you to pick up from this tutorial today is you can always do a 2-5-1 to your destination chord, or you can do a tritone substitution to your destination chord. Now, if you want to get to C, for instance, right now, like I said, you can do a 2-5-1 to C. Or you can go to your 5 and do the tritone substitution of that 5, which is C sharp, and then to C. Does that make sense? If you look at the other parts of the song, I can break that down later on, but I did the same thing. I'm using 2 concepts, basically. I'm using the 2-5-1, and I'm using the tritone substitution concept to get to my 1. So whenever you have a destination chord, just have it behind the back of your mind that you can do a 2-5-1 to that chord, or you can do the tritone substitution of the closest passing chord to that chord. So if you want to hit C, you can do G, tritone substitution, and that. And that's how I did the. Voila, those 2 concepts, 2-5-1 to your destination chord or tritone substitution to your destination chord. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like it, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop tutorials like this. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section. If you would like me to break down the second part of this song, Reharm, let me know in the comment section and I'll be glad to put you through. But in the meantime, this is Easykeys Piano Tutorial signing out. See you in the next tutorial. Peace out. INSANE